Oi, mister. Welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion.
I'm Dobby Vibes.
And I'm Alexis B. Bubbles. The P stands for...
Pinely.
No. Pine Sol. Remember those commercials?
Oh, yeah.
With that lady?
She got into a couple movies because I was so happy for her.
We are here to talk about the final episode of Outlander Season 2. Now, I am on my annual Outlander rewatch. It kind of just came out of nowhere. I needed something wanted to watch.
You mentioned this in the last episode we filmed because you not a lot happens in your life, but what is Outlander? Am I supposed to know what that is?
Okay, picture it.
Oh, no.
It's years ago, before the pandemic. Game of Thrones is going to take a 2-year break in between its second to last season and its last season, when we all thought it was going to be amazing. I still think it's amazing, but to the general public, you get the idea. BuzzFeed publishes a listicle of all the shows you should watch if you're missing Game of Thrones. One of them is called Outlander, and I've been seeing this everywhere, and I'm like, what's this about? I started. I'm instantly hooked. It is about a woman from the 1940s in England, in the UK. Her and her husband, Frank, go on honeymoon after the war in 1945 or whatever. After that war, they go on honeymoon to Scotland. While she's in Scotland, she accidentally falls through time 200 years into the past, and she gets into trouble because it's the 1740s and they don't treat women there, especially British women, because British has invaded Scotland.
Oh, not again.
And the guy she is married to in the 1940s, his great-great-great ancestor was this general of the British Army invading Scotland.
Oh, is it played by the same actor?
Played by the same actor.
Oh, so she can fuck him and it's not cheating.
No. Husband, wonderful person, the best, same actor.
Bad.
Playing his great-great-grandpa, a horrible rapist, disgusting. It was a different time. So the first face she sees is the face of her husband, and he attacks her. So she gets saved by this hunky 6'4" Highlander Scotsman. His name is Jamie.
The only way to kill Highlander is to cut his head off.
He is so unbelievably hot, but more than that, they fall in love. She ends up having to marry him because to save herself from getting abducted by the horrible British guy with her husband's face, she has to marry him. That's not really a spoiler. And then more stuff happens. So that's why I'm kind of dressed as Outlander today.
And now we're all caught up.
And you're dressed as a redcoat. You can be the horrible Blackjack Randall if you want.
Well, no, I don't want to attack you physically. Emotionally, of course I will.
Yeah.
But I dressed up as redcoat because we're saying goodbye to UK. But more importantly, we're saying goodbye to the last series with an alive queen. Losing Elizabeth right before we started to watch this was hard. And this was her really favorite outfit. Yeah. This is actually, when she was born, her dad, the king, well, not the king, her dad, the brother, well, the son of the... So her dad was wearing this because he was going to try to reinvade America. And when she was born, he looked into her beautiful face and said, no, I'm just going to have this really old baby. Because she came out really old looking.
Benjamin Button style.
Yeah. And, I just want to pay tribute. She's in the floor now. Hey, Queen! How are ya?
Do you think she ever watched
IMHO?
UK?
Oh.
Yeah. She watched it as they were blocking us from the palace feeds.
What? I've never been blocked at Buckingham Palace. Listen, every time I go to the UK, I stop in.
There are pictures of you.
Excuse
just
me.
like in the coat room at Sidetrack, there are pictures of our faces.
I just need to speak
do
to
not
her
let
for
these
just
two
a
in
moment.
here. They are just too beautiful. And
hey,
good.
I love all the colors. I love, you have bright lime green, you have blues.
I love the purse thing. I love switching the purse when you don't want to talk.
Yeah, and I wanted to tell her that in person. Now, if I go to the London, England, or the UK, I'm not going to try to get to Buckingham Palace. I want to talk to Charles. What am I going to talk to him about? His hands?
Remember Red, White, and Royal Blue?
Too many people are already talking about his hands.
Red, White, and Royal Blue.
Yes, I love that.
You know it's going to be a show?
I know, I'm excited.
I am too. It's going to be horny as fuck.
Speaking of horny as fuck, let's talk about Drag Race UK for the final time this year, and this year of our Lord 2022.
Yes, and let's start with Miss RuPaul.
Oh! I loved this. I know that you think it's crazy. I flipped. I flipped it and reversed it. It's always the same damn wet. Loved it.
Because was she supposed to wear this on the one that she missed? This doesn't say finale to me.
But UK finale? It's not in front of a live studio audience. It's still like their show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I loved it. And it's cold in the UK because they have cold.
Yeah. Let's say hello to the eliminated queens because
Oh my
they
God.
looked so beautiful. Jess May, I think she looked so cute.
I'm just realizing that her drag's not for me, and that's okay. Just okay.
Starlet, fuck her.
Did you see? Oh, you don't have Twitter. She did a storyline. This is the final look. She did a Cinderella storyline. Okay.
Wait, will you send it to me?
Her entrance. No, I can't. I couldn't possibly. Her entrance look.
I'm gonna get back on Twitter.
No! Look queens are not just looks. Sometimes they brain, and she brained, and I loved it.
I love it. Copper top.
Copper top coming in looked like a blueberry.
Yeah, blueberry top. Blue top. Cool, beautiful.
Again, she's not for me. Why is that? I want her to be for me. On paper,
Maybe you're not for her
on paper,
either.
Copper top seems like a me. Like I like a me.
Yeah.
Never liked anything she ever wore. That's not true. Well,
She only wore 2 things. Let's move on to Sminty Drop. Sminty Drop, well, this is beautiful. Bride of Frankenstein vibes.
I love that because she's back
Yeah.
from the dead. Okay. And
She
that's
gave us a
funny.
little bit of her signature twerk.
Oh, and I loved that because it was like after everyone, she'd already stepped off stage. Everyone had moved on. They were coming back to like, who's next? And she's over in the corner going, I'm still here.
She's like, remember me? LaPhil, he looks
Remind me.
amazing.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
I think LaPhil surprised.
LaPhil's
all
gonna
of us
do.
this
LaPhil's
season.
doing
LaPhil's so cool.
different things.
And you know what
Yeah.
makes us the same? Our differences.
Dakota Schiffer, stunning as always.
She looked gorge. Very
Yeah.
soft. She's a very soft lady.
Yeah.
She likes a little like drape. She likes a little is shiny and there's a little. It just looks beautiful.
Beautiful. And Pixie Polite, I thought Pixie looked so gorgeous.
I loved this dress.
I think she looks absolutely gorgeous.
I could see you in a dress like that. Like
Oh, I
that-
would love
that is-
to wear.
That's giving me Alexis Bevels. She's gorge.
I would love to wear it. Now let's talk about our final 4.
Oh, before we talk about their finale look, can I talk about their workroom looks? Cheddar Gorgeous's final workroom look was that white
With the blood
suit
spatter.
with the blood spatter with the rhinestones.
They all looked so good.
They did, but Cheddar.
But you liked that.
And there's so much peck. I think Cheddar. I'm gonna say it. I think Cheddar's the hottest contestant ever. And I also loved, I'm not usually a big fan of the podcast part where they do their final talk or whatever.
Oh,
but
I thought this was nice.
I just really enjoy the way RuPaul and Michelle are giving her are paying respect to Cheddar, and that Cheddar was already a world established phenomenon.
Yeah.
And I like that they acknowledge that.
Yeah.
I think that was really cool.
Cheddar's the big cheese, and everyone needs
And
to
it's
take a win.
gorgeous.
I have to talk about these final 4. Can we get
Yeah.
into it? Because Black Peppa looked so
Oh my
fucking good.
God.
I loved the deconstructed. It's like armor.
And I like that she was like, this
It's
is Black
me.
Peppa. This is me. And I was like, yeah, this was signature. It was clearly Black Peppa. Oh, so beautiful.
Yeah. Speaking of gorge, Cheddar Gorgeous, Space Princess,
Loved.
Alien Queen,
The amount
glove
of
fingers.
rhinestones on the fingers alone. We're talking hours upon hours of rhinestones. That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm in
so
awe.
impressive.
I'm in
Yeah.
awe. Danny Beard, stunning.
Stun.
Gorgeous.
Again, signature Danny Beard. She gave us that silhouette a lot.
Yeah, I would have loved if it would have been so not easy, but I would have loved
To see an evolution.
if it was a gown. It was a full
Yeah.
gown, and I think it wouldn't have taken away. I think that's the only thing she needed to have done is just add a gown.
But
like
the
a train.
hair with it all, and the makeup. She
No,
still
no.
looks great.
She looks amazing.
Yeah.
That wig is insane.
I love that. I love that it's like clearly her brand about Black Peppa, and then when it comes to Danny, I'm like, we saw that same silhouette the whole time.
And
Whatever.
Bianca Del Rio, same
It was
silhouette.
Bianca Del Rio,
the
Bianca
last
Del Rio,
12
exactly, of course.
years. John Burst Blonde. Now, you have feelings about John Burst Blonde. I've had feelings about John Burst Blonde. I have to say, I loved this.
Me too.
I loved
No, me
this
too.
so much. Elven Warrior Galadriel, Donatella.
Galadriel is exactly the word I was going to use.
Shield.
I've never heard it before, but I do want to use it.
I did want that shield as a hat instead, because I feel like it could have been a cool hat. It
kind of looked like it was supposed to be a hat, didn't it?
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but I think it's
Maybe
actually a
couldn't
shield.
Put it on her head.
No, because that piece right there is her arm. It's like for her arm.
Oh.
But I don't know why this piece down here is... It's giving jean jacket. But I loved it. And I thought she looked really pretty.
I'm exhausted. We're at the end of the season. I'm not going to argue her being there anymore. Like, good for her.
Oh, we got returning
winners. I thought everyone looked so gorge. I loved how the Vivian and Crystal were sitting on the edge of their seat, back straight, all regal. And then all the girls walk in and Lawrence Chaney is like leaning back. Like, I'm wearing so much. I'm royal. I'm not sitting up for y'all. She was like, hey, everybody. Did you notice? She's just kind of like,
that's funny.
I'm relaxing. I've spent way too much on this garment to be uncomfortable. Everyone looks gorgeous.
Everyone looks good.
That was so fun. So they have
Danny wins.
Oh, well, hang on.
Sorry.
So they have to do a RuPaul verse, and then they do other stuff. They talk to
RuPaul
Baby.
Mega Mix.
They talk to Baby. You like a baby? You talk to Baby, and they go, oi, cheerio, to the baby. And then we get a winner.
It's Danny Beard.
What?
Danny Beard!
Oh my God, really?
Yes.
That's so exciting.
I mean,
we had
what
this
an
conversation.
amazing,
we had this conversation before we watched the final, and we were like, who do we really want to win? Because it was really between Cheddar and Danny. Just based on track record, it made the most sense for it to be one of them. I said Alexis. I said Alexis. I love Cheddar to death, and I thought Cheddar deserved to win as much as Danny did. But Cheddar already has established herself in such a big way that I thought it would be more meaningful to have Danny win, the first winning Beard Queen, and like, I don't know. Of course, I'm a bigger fan. I have a deeper love for Cheddar.
A horniness,
if you will.
And I will.
But I was really happy to see Danny win.
I think
it's
too.
A big deal.
Ultimately, it's so nice and exciting to see.
Drag Race has made a lot of missteps when it comes to types of drag they will allow on the show, and they are growing. They continue to grow. We still need more growth, but they are continuing to grow. And I think this was a nice. Don't.
Well, and it was a reminder that like when you don't let people on, you're missing all this incredible drag. Like she didn't win.
Why, like after she won, Lucy Stool posted, maybe I should audition for this show again. Isn't that amazing that now we have a bearded winner.
If y'all would have let Lucy Stool on, by now she would have already won.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's your fault. But listen, Darby, it is the end of series 4, and I have
confidence.
No, I have been remiss this whole entire time. I think it's just because moving time zones, being further away from the UK, it just has been taking me a while to kind of catch up with myself, but I haven't asked you the question that's been on everyone's minds, that's trending on Twitter this whole series, so I need you to really answer when I ask you, Darby, UK?
Yes!
Okay, that was aggressive.
I have been waiting for you to ask me that all season.
Why didn't you ever say anything?
Because I can't ask to be asked. Do you know how humiliating that is? So I'm sorry, I had that locked and loaded and I was ready. And yes, I'm fine. Thank you. Alexis, I have a question for you. Alexis Bevels.
Yes.
If people want to see more from us, what should they do?
Oh, well, they should hit the like and subscribe button. And then they should probably join us on Patreon, patreon.com/IMHOtheSHOW. And honestly, if you want to see even more, we're both on Cameo. And if you're just not done wanting to see more, you can buy a Cameo by going to IMHOtheSHOW.com and clicking buy a Cameo. You know, the holidays are coming up and there's nothing greater than stuffing a stocking with a Cameo.
With a gator. Thank you for doing all that, because I really didn't want to do that right now. But let me ask you.
Yeah.
After this season.
Yeah.
UK.
You know what? I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
It's a lot of change.
Yeah.
It's a lot of change going on.
And they put the queen in
you know,
the
one
ground.
thing I was really worried about upon moving to LA, Los Angeles, further
Was the
away
death
from
of
the
the
UK,
queen?
was that, well, in addition to the death of the queen, I was worried that I would be really sad when wintertime hit and I wasn't feeling all the winter. Because, you know, I like being cold.
Mm-hmm.
I like the changing of the seasons. I like the crunch of the leaves when
We're
they're
actually
falling
going
on
to
the
cut
ground.
to. Thank you for watching, everyone. We're going to cut to credit chat.
I was
so she
really
can keep this
worried
going.
about. I was really worried that I wouldn't be feeling those kind of fall feelings, which is why I did my Gilmore Girls rewatch.
Sure,
and,
sure.
You know, I did my Ted Lasso.
Right.
Is Christmas to me.
Yeah, it's
and
cold.
We talked about this before. I think we should talk about it publicly.
What?
Jason Sudeikis, very handsome.
Hot.
Ted Lasso. I think he's packing a huge dick.
Yeah. He would tear us apart. But in a really, like, believe way.
But he'd be, like, howdly doodly about it. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna fuck up your pussy. Blah, 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 blah.
He is Flanders. Ted Lasso's Flanders.
100%. You know, Flanders had a hot body. Has a hot body.
Yeah.
He's still alive. Every time they take his clothes off, he's really hot. Anyway, you thought you were gonna be depressed because there's no cold. But let's be honest.
It's been a little chilly. Yeah.
I used a jacket today to take the dog out because it was 52 degrees
I've been using
outside.
sweaters. I've been using sweaters and scarf. My scarf.
Well, when we moved, I donated a lot of my sweaters and stuff because I was like, well, I'm
And then
never
we
gonna
got
have to
here
use that.
and it was hell's asshole.
Well, that's because of the climate change and the economy.
Hell's swampy
But
asshole.
It is
lava.
cold. It's cold here. It gets cold. It's in the 40s right now outside.
I know. I love it. I still have my window
In
open.
Los Angeles.
I still have my window open.
Yeah, I love
But
wearing
I
a
haven't
sweater.
needed my fan, and I've been using all my covers every night.
That's nice.
And oh boy, do I have covers. Okay.
You should pay a cover to come into my house. Let's figure that out.
I'll cover you.
Was that from Wicked?
That's my favorite song
Is
from
this
Wicked.
new hair?
Yeah, I was trying to be Claire from
I
Outlander.
love it.
I was trying to be Claire from Outlander.
Where's it from?
Just Amazon.
Really?
Yeah.
I love this, Alexis. I think you look gorgeous.
Thank you. I feel
You
really
walked in and I was
pretty.
so mad.
That's when I know.
It's good. That's how you know you've made me mad.
I haven't watched Disenchanted yet.
Me
Have
neither.
you? I
Because
hear
I
it's
don't-
good.
I hear a lot of things about a lot of people, and I choose to see for myself. So I will be watching it in a few years on a plane, probably. Okay, well, goodbye, everyone. Cheerio. We'll see you next year.